In this video, I'll uncover the 3 secret techniques Samuel Onuha started using back in March of 2024 that has allowed him to grow by 700,000 followers in just 6 months, and how you can do the same to sell your info product. And if you stick all the way to the end, I'll show you a secret content strategy that all your favorite entrepreneurs are currently using to grow an audience that will buy whatever they sell. So Samuel Onuha started posting content back in 2023. He wasn't getting any of the traction that he currently is right now, and the reason why he started was because his brand Icon Amsterdam, which is an e-com store that made him his first millions of dollars, he wasn't able to scale that e-com brand much further, but he had the skill of growing an e-com brand. So what do? You start selling info. But in order to sell info, you need to have an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. So he started posting on social media. But see, Samuel Onuha isn't originally an English speaker. If you look back at his content, he couldn't speak English at all. So the first technique is something that once you see, you're not going to be able to unsee, and it's something that all your favorite entrepreneurs do. Like, let me ask you right now, what percent of entrepreneurs do you think come from troubled backgrounds or a broken household? Like 10, 20, 30? Well, what if I told you 80? 80% of them come from troubled household. You've probably heard of Iman Gaji's story, which is single mother household. They struggled growing up. They were in a lot of financial distress. Also, Luke Belmar, he came to America with $200 and a suitcase. And Samuel Onuha is the same. The guy was broke and he is now rich. And that's exactly what the first technique is: zero to hero. They start at the bottom and then now they're a millionaire. If you go to Samuel's Instagram, you're going to see broke to $30 million a year with ecom, which is exactly his info product. So I want to get back to the zero to hero storyline. The reason why so many entrepreneurs use the zero to hero storyline, and by the way, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying this is exactly why he grew so fast, because so many people like that type of message, rooting for the underdog. And the reason why this works is that his target audience are young men who want to become something. See, when they put broke to $30 million a year, that is a transformation that they're kind of selling you the dream. And that right there appeals to so many young men's emotion. You'll see it in Iman Gaji, how he talks about buying his mama a house, which is literally something every young man wants to do. And the way they use this is that not in every single piece of content they're going to say, oh, I was broke to rich, but they surround their message around it. If you go through his content, you'll always see the dream of him selling change, because the people who are gonna buy his product, which is millionaire commerce, are going to be someone that believes that they can change and they want to be just like him. Now, why does this work? Well, the reason why it works is because as humans, we have a cardinal desire to root for the underdog. So when you see someone that you want to be like and you're like, damn, he came from the same situation that I also came from, you're gonna want to root for him. And that brings us to the next technique. Back in 2023, Samuel Onuha had a problem. He grew Icon Amsterdam to a 7-figure brand and he wasn't able to scale much more from that. So what did he do? Now that he had a skill of being able to grow an e-com brand, start selling info products for that skill. And the first step to sell an info product is to grow in an audience, and that's exactly what he tried doing, but he failed miserably. The first reason for that is because Samuel Onuha is a Dutch entrepreneur and he can't speak English properly. I mean, we've all seen his content. The guy has trouble saying some things, right? But back when he started posting content, it was all in Dutch, and obviously not everyone speaks Dutch, so he had to start learning English. And as soon as he was learning a little bit more of English, he started going to English content. But he still had an issue. He realized that you can't get big if you're just posting on one platform. He was predominantly posting on TikTok. So what did he do? He hired the crew similar to Iman Gaji and Andrew, that guy that followed him around, took his content, clipped it up, which is the second technique that he used to grow so quickly. I'm pretty sure one of the first content everyone's seen was when he bought the gray and blue Rolls Royce in Dubai. Around that time, which was February/March, right in between that time was when he started to blow up on social media. And now that he had a team following around, he was creating long form content, having them repurpose it for what works on YouTube Shorts, and then repurposing it again for what works on Instagram Reels, and repurposing it one more time for what works on TikTok. And they also ran a similar affiliate on the back end, which is what Andrew Tate did to grow so quickly. And the reason why he did this is because you can only grow so much on one platform. If you're an entrepreneur that wants to go from 6 to 7 figures, you're gonna have to start posting on multiple platforms. But obviously the issue is that as an entrepreneur, you don't know what content works on each platform, so he had to hire a full-on team to do that for him. And the last technique is relating to you. See, all these entrepreneurs, whether it's Iman Gaji, Luke Belmar, every single one of them understand their ideal client profile. Samuel Onuha, just like Iman Gadzhi, is young men who want to become somebody and want to get out of the 9-to-5 rat race. And the thing is that they understand what appeals to you. Like I said before in this video, if you look at his bio, it's from broke to rich. That's every single teenager's dream, going from broke to rich, from nothing to something. And the way he does it in his content is by telling you things like, you could be just like him. He was once in your position. He understands the things you're going through. So the way he tailors this is that he sells you the dream. He also tells you that he was just like you. And in order for you to change, you obviously have to listen to him and buy whatever product he is that he sells. Now, when you bring all three of these things together, the first technique was a 0 to hero storyline, from nothing to something. The second one being repurposing his content, because if you want to go from 6 to 7 figures with info, you're going to have to post content on multiple platforms, the right content on the right platform. And the last thing is relating to you and understanding who his ideal client profile is. Now, if you've made it to the end, here's a secret thing that all entrepreneurs are currently doing that will take over in 2025. So I'm now going to take you guys to the laptop, and we're going to use Iman Gadzhi for example to show you the secret content strategy. So Iman Gadzhi has 3 YouTube channels. The first one is Iman Gadzhi, the second one is Iman Gadzhi Unscripted, and the last one is Iman Gadzhi Extended. And the way this works is that there's 3 ways of a funnel. There's top of funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. So what he does in Iman Gadzhi Unscripted is he posts his day in the life. This is top of the funnel content that's gonna appeal to everyone. A mom could watch this, a dad could watch this, a teenager, anyone would watch this because it's things everyone would want to do. And in this videos, he's gonna leave links that's gonna take you then to his second channel, which is Iman Gadzhi. It's his main channel, but this is where he posts middle of the funnel content. So as you can see right here, how to get rich, a real day in the life of a multi-millionaire. He starts talking about money, and this is exactly where he starts to nurture you. After you watch a couple of his content, you're going to start to find his product, which is educate.io in the digital launchpad. And by the point you start seeing his product, you're then going to find his last channel, which is Iman Gadzhi Unscripted. And this is where he talks about very much bottom of the funnel content, like how to close more SMMA clients, never run out of SMMA clients. And this is where he makes most of his money from, in educate.io. And that's the exact thing that Samuel Onuha is starting to do. See, Samuel Onuha only has 2 content. He has top of the funnel and he has bottom of the funnel. So right here, top of the funnel is his main, Samuel Onuha, with 160,000 followers. As you can see, the videos here are just top of the funnel, Rolexes, flexing, multi-million dollars, all of these things. And if you go through some of the videos, you're going to start seeing links to his second channel, which is Millionaire Commerce, where he posts case studies. So he doesn't have a middle of the funnel content to nurture you, which I assume he's going to set up in the near future, just like Iman Gadzhi did. And here in Millionaire Commerce, all you see is things like case studies, how other people are making millions of dollars. And then he uses the audience obviously to make them buy his info product. And that's a content strategy that's going to take over in 2025 as YouTube takes back the crown in content. Since the last 5 years, it's been short form content. And none of this is done by Samuel Onuha all alone. He has a whole content team similar to Iman Gadzhi that does his ideation, retention, thumbnails, and even scripting out his video.